For this installation, we're going to be doing an install of our dark wood skin on the Xbox 360. Things you're going to need for this installation are a pair of scissors and a cleaning cloth. To start out with, make sure you take your time and remove any waxes and greases from your Xbox 360. You can use an isopropyl alcohol solution if you've managed to get some different contaminants on the surface. To start out with, go ahead and remove about 2 or 3 inches back on the release liner, and we're going to cut off about 1 inch or so. Due to the size of this skin, cutting this off and using the release liner will help us be able to position it without the entire skin grabbing and sticking to the surface. You want to start out here by aligning the top edge, taking your time and making sure that your corner is registered and the top edge is nice and level all the way across. Once you're happy with your positioning, go ahead and tack the skin as a hinge, and we're going to lift and remove the release liner. Go ahead and bring the skin back down here and line it with the vent hole opening on the side, just making sure everything is nice and lined up. Smooth out any air bubbles here. You can use your finger or anything that you have that is a nice smooth surface that won't scratch the skin. Just smooth it all out, make sure there's no air bubbles, and we're going to roll our finger over the sides here to finish out the installation. Now that we've completed the one side, we're going to go ahead and flip it over and repeat the process for the other side. Just peel back 2 or 3 inches of the release liner and cut the same inch or so off the top. This side should be a little bit easier to register because you do have those rubber feet. Make sure you register the rubber feet well and align it nice and centered at the top. You can lift and reposition the film as much as you need, but just make sure that it's nice and level and centered up around the rubber feet. Go ahead and tack the skin in place, and just as before, we're going to lift it up and remove the release liner. Lower the skin back down and align it with the other rubber feet. Same process as before, making sure we smooth out any air bubbles, and then we'll rotate the device around and continue to smooth out around the curvatures. Now you're finished with the left and right side of the device. We're going to go ahead and move along to the faceplate area. These pieces are a little smaller to work with, so we can go ahead and remove the entire skin section from the release liner, aligning the CD drawer and the eject button. Once you're happy with your registration, go ahead and line up the lower portion and tack the center section in place. You're going to want to smooth everything down in the middle and then work your way around the corners. This next piece is a little tricky to do on camera, but we'll try and keep it in shot here. Just align this around the Xbox 360 logo, making sure it's nice and even on the CD drawer. For the next step here, we're actually going to rotate the device upside down. This is going to make it nice and easy for us to put the lower section on. Same as before, go ahead and remove the entire skin from the release liner. Once you have your registration in place, we're going to tack the skin in the center and continue working it around the corners just like before. The last little door opening here is also a little tricky because it is on a spring, so it closes when you try to put pressure on it. So try and do the best you can to get the skin nice and squared up. Once you're happy with that, you can go ahead and just reach inside and smooth it down. At this point, you are complete with your installation of the Darkwood skin on the Xbox 360. We do appreciate your time and your business. Thanks again, and we hope you enjoy your skin from iCarbons.